In today's video, I will be debunking the theory that a TV needs to be capable of processing Atmos in order to use the all-new Sonos Arc to give Atmos output. In the past 2 weeks, we've been trying out ways and means to get the Sonos Arc to output Atmos. We have blamed the TV and we thought that it needed to be an Atmos-capable TV in order to get Atmos sound. We have also blamed the NVIDIA Shield or the Apple TV 4K in that it doesn't work with the Sonos Arc in pass-through mode to get Atmos sound. But today, we shall shed some light on this issue. As it turns out, the Apple TV 4K is still the most picky. It still requires the TV to report that it supports Atmos, else it won't even pass through the Atmos at the TV OS level. Before we go on, I'd like to ask that you consider subscribing to this channel to keep up with the developments on the Sonos product lineup. I have a Sonos Sub Gen 3 comparison video coming up, and if you'd like to be kept informed, do consider hitting that subscribe button. I downloaded some demo clips in various formats from the digitaltheatre.com. I will be providing the link in the video description below. The site provides a variety of clips in various surround sound formats, in both 5.1 and 7.1 formats, in lossy and as well as lossless encoding, with and without Atmos. For the purpose of today's video, I'm going to draw out two different formats, the Dolby Digital Plus 5.1 Atmos in lossy encoding, and the Dolby True HD 7.1 Atmos with lossless encoding. Out of the two formats in an eARC setup with a TV that does not natively support Atmos, only the Dolby Digital Plus 5.1 Atmos in lossy encoding plays back with Atmos sound output. The Dolby True HD 7.1 Atmos in lossless encoding does not play back with Atmos output. This was verified across three playback methods, one using a thumb drive with the files on the TV's USB port, and using the native video player on the TV itself. The second is using an NVIDIA Shield 2019 version with Kodi playing back the file. And the third is using an Apple TV 4K with Plex. The only time that it failed to output Atmos was on the Apple TV 4K. The way that the Apple TV 4K works is that it queries the TV on its Atmos capabilities when it's connected. And if the TV reports that it doesn't support Atmos, tvOS will turn off the Atmos output option entirely and not pass through the Atmos signal at all. This happens at the OS level. For the NVIDIA Shield 2019 and the TV's native app, it passes the signal through to the TV and through to the Sonos Arc for processing, and thus the Sonos Arc is then able to output Atmos. This completely debunks our earlier theory that a TV needs to be Atmos capable in order for the Sonos Arc to output Atmos. In conclusion, what we really need is then the correct format, as well as the device being able to negotiate a pass-through and present a true path to the Sonos Arc to get the Arc to process the Atmos signal and output Atmos sound. If the TV is Atmos capable and possesses an eARC port, then the compatibility in both lossy and lossless format 5.1 and True HD is a given. But for all those of us with a TV that only has an ARC port, the bandwidth requirements for Atmos lossless exceeds that of what the ARC port is capable of, and thus it will fall back to 5.1 format, or in some cases not output any sound at all. So in summary, the Sonos Arc is indeed capable of working with a TV that is not Atmos compatible, but will require that the streaming client outputs the audio in the correct format. Either that, or you have a properly encoded file in lossy Dolby Digital Plus 5.1 format. This probably requires some work on the parts of the streamers and the players, as well as proper encoding standards in this playing field. But in the meantime, I am assured that the setup of the Sonos Arc is no longer dependent on the TV's Atmos capabilities, as we earlier thought the case might be. For the rest of this video, I'd like to dedicate the time to playing back the Dolby Digital Plus 5.1 Atmos encoded demo clip in 4 different Sonos Arc configurations. First, the Sonos Arc on its own, then the Sonos Arc with surround, followed by the Sonos Arc with a sub on its own, and finally the Sonos Arc in its full configuration with Sonos surround speakers and a Sonos Sub combined. The surround speakers that I'm using for this test today is a pair of the Sonos Play 3 which I've placed at the back. Now enjoy the rest of the video and I will see you in my next video. Here we go.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with pinpoint accuracy. Whether the soundscape sets the mood of a scene, captures the full extent of nature's fury. This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with pinpoint accuracy. Whether the soundscape sets the mood of a scene, or captures the full extent of nature's fury. This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with pinpoint accuracy. Whether the soundscape sets the mood of a scene, or captures the full extent of nature's fury. This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around you with pinpoint accuracy. Whether the soundscape sets the mood of a scene, captures the full extent of nature's fury.